Well, hello there guys, and welcome to a little bit of a different video today, guys. We are going to do a day in a life video, and there are a lot of things that I am not going to be permitted to show you, but I'm going to take you through my day at Frito-Lay. So it is 2:30 on Saturday morning, and I'm actually running a little bit behind, but I'm on my way right now out to the warehouse. I usually make a stop at the gas station on the way. It's a little bit out of the way, but it only cost me a couple minutes to get something to drink and a little bit of a breakfast here on my way out the door. So but I'm gonna take it with me. I'm gonna take you on all my stops. The only thing that I will not be able to do is actually physically show myself working in the stores. I want to be respectful to my customers, so I'm not going to show myself working in the store. I will probably take a before and an after picture at every stop. I do 3 stops today, but I'll get more into detail as I kind of go through. But one of my stops, I don't really actually physically do any work. It's complicated, but I'll explain it when I get there. I will take before and after pictures at all my stops, and I'll post those on the vlog. But I will not show myself working in the store. I want to be respectful to my customer, so that's probably the best I could do for you. I have looked at policies, and I did not see any policy that would prohibit me from doing this, and I have seen other videos online. There are videos of people online actually, like, they record themselves in the store working. So again, I'm not going to do that. There's a cop behind me. It's not a cop, never mind. But I'm not going to do that, but you will see the results of my work. So having said that, guys, I'm going to run into this gas station here real quick, and I will be right back with you. All right, got my breakfast of champions. I got my Mountain Dew Kickstart, which is a PepsiCo product. Got my Diet Pepsi, obviously a PepsiCo product. And I've got my milk and cereal bar. And I don't usually get that. I'm gonna try it. You can see how I like it. So the day usually starts out with me driving out to the warehouse. And the warehouse is exactly what it sounds. It's where we house our chips. It's where we park the trucks. Unfortunately, we do not park them inside. We park them outside, which sucks, but it is what it is. In the world of Frito-Lay, there are 3 different kinds of warehouses. There is a distribution center, and those are nice because you literally pull you come in the morning, you run your route, and when you get done with your route, you park your truck and you go home. We don't do anything else with it. And the staff at the distribution center loads your truck for you. So those are awesome. Unfortunately, we don't have one of those. The second kind of warehouse is the kind that we are, and it's called a bin. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a warehouse with bins that are separated out by steel cages. And every route has their own bin where all their inventory is kept. Okay? And bins are usually in outlying areas where there isn't really anything nearby it. And the disadvantage to bins is that everybody has to do all the work themselves. So me as an RSR who works out of a bin, I have to load and unload my truck every day. I have to sort out the cardboard, bale cardboard, all that stuff we have to do locally at our level, whereas a DC, they do all that for you. Okay. The third kind of warehouse is what's known as a PEC center, PEC, and that is kind of a combination of both. My understanding is I've never actually seen one, so I'm not entirely sure. But my understanding of that is that there's inventory there, but it doesn't really belong to one specific route. You still load the truck yourself, but you can take the inventory off the stack, and then it gets charged to you when you put it on your truck. So we don't pay for our inventory. Frito-Lay pays for inventory, but like, when I order my inventory, it gets billed to my route, if that makes sense. So we don't actually pay for it. As far as I'm not really entirely sure how it all works. Like, I don't actually see the amount of money that I spend in inventory come off my check. Like, and I don't get a bill for it. So I'm not sure how it works. I don't know if it's allocated somehow or budgeted somehow. I don't know the ins and outs of that. So that's how that works. So working in a bin is like when I went to training in Milwaukee. Everybody in there was in a DC except for me and one other guy. So because we're in outlying areas. So that's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. I mean, it's what I've gotten used to. What I will say is that the thing about a warehouse that I don't like is that it's not climate controlled. So in the wintertime it's cold, in the summertime it's hot, it's not insulated. That's always fun. So in the wintertime when you're loading your truck, you got to be bundled up because it's going to be cold in there, and you don't want to dress overly warm in the summer because you're in there loading. So far, since the weather kind of turned, it really hasn't been that bad. But we are supposed to get snow today, and how much we're supposed to get is really kind of up in the air because I saw reports of 3 to 4, and other stations are saying 7 or 8. We're in a winter storm watch. This is up to 6, so I'm not really sure. But this storm's kind of a misnomer. They don't know where it's going. They don't know. We're kind of right on the very south edge of it. So if it goes north, we won't get anything. So, but yeah, that's good fun. But so my route is what they call a super bulk. Okay, I'm getting kind of rambling. I apologize, but it's what's known as a super bulk, and a super bulk route is exactly what it sounds. It's usually larger stores, and you drive a bigger truck. So a 24-foot truck is what I drive. And in Iowa, you do not need a CDL to drive one of those. It might be different in other states, but that's the way it is in Iowa. So I have 3 stops. I have a grocery store that is at a disadvantage because it doesn't have a lot of space. I have a lot of space in the store, like in the aisle for stuff, and I got displays everywhere. But there's not a lot of room in the back room, so they really like me to kind of manage my back stock and keep it as low as I possibly can, while also not running out. So it's a little bit difficult. There are 3 of these grocery stores in town. This is the busiest of the 3, but it also has the least amount of space. So figures, usually the busiest one is the one that has the least amount of space. And they are the most demanding. They have been known to call on off times if they run out of product. They have done it before. They have not done it to me as of yet. They only texted or called once. They texted and called my boss one time. But I've only been on the route for 6 or 7 weeks. So I'm still kind of learning it, still kind of figuring it out. But So I have that, and then I do have a Walmart, and Walmarts are, contrary to popular belief, Walmarts are really easy. Because Walmart, and I'll kind of talk about this as I get closer to it, but Walmart shares all their sales info with Frito-Lay. So, and then I have a smaller grocery store, and that's kind of the one that I don't really skip it per se, but that's the easiest of my 3 stops today, and I'll get into detail as I get closer to that one as well. So, but yeah, we're just about to the warehouse. I am going to kind of give you guys a quick sneak peek into the office area. And I mean quick, I mean like it'll be in and out of there real quick. I'm not going to show you guys very much of it. I don't think there's anything in there that's detrimental, but yeah, I'll just kind of show you guys what that looks like, and we'll get in the truck and we'll be on our way. I will catch up with you guys in a few. Okay guys, I just got to the warehouse and I just wanted to show you this real quick. You guys have probably all seen trucks on docks before, but this is what it looks like for us. You can see there's still a couple trucks here. These guys left their trucks on the dock. The Sunships guy doesn't even work today. I don't know why his truck's there, but oh no, yeah, he does. I see that big one in the back, that's mine. And then there are the other trucks that are parked. They're all loaded. They don't work this weekend, so they just kind of hang out there until they get back on Monday. Okay guys, I am in the office area now. I was going to show you the warehouse, but I'll probably just do that later. That back office right there is the boss's office. He is currently on medical leave, so he's not here right now. He doesn't work Saturdays anyway, so it doesn't matter. And this is our little office area. We all got cubbies up there. And then those numbers represent the route numbers. And the computer in the bag corresponds to the route number. There's more printer bags there. There's not enough room on the counter for everybody to have their bag on the counter. And there's more spots over here. We all have bins for information right there. And then that's me right there, 8469. You can see I got all my stuff on the counter there. Just waiting for the handheld to get signed on. And that's our office area. All right, guys. So once you get your bag and your handheld computer, it's time to jump in the truck and head to that first stop. So I'll see you guys there. Hello again, guys. So it is about 3:15. We've arrived at my first stop. This is a Hy-Vee grocery store, which is it's my biggest account on my route. It is a Midwest grocery chain. They are primarily in Iowa. I believe they're headquartered in Des Moines. They are primarily in Iowa. They have a lot of stores in southern Minnesota. They have a few stores in the Twin Cities, and I know they have at least 3 in Sioux Falls. I don't know beyond that. It's a pretty nice store, but this is my biggest account. They do have a dock, which I usually use, but lately I've been going in and running all the back stock before I dock and unload the new stuff. That way I know exactly how much I need. I bring extra stock on the truck, and this will help me determine if I actually need the extra stock. So this store generally will take me anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, and they start to get busy with customer traffic between 7 and 7:30. So that's the reason why I try to get in here, between 3 and 3:30, because the earlier I get in, the earlier I get out, and then I don't have to fight with customers that are coming in the store. So depending on the situation now, Easter weekend they were busy. There were people in there at like 6. So it makes it hard when there's a lot of people in there to get your job done. So as I said before, I am not going to record in here. I will take before and after pictures so you guys can kind of see what it looks like when I go in, what it looks like when I'm done. And then my next stop, we will have a conversation on the way. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm done at Hy-Vee. That took me about 4 hours, which is probably right about on par. It used to take me about 3. But then I realized I wasn't really spending enough time in there, so I give it a little bit extra time now, and it takes me about 4 hours now. So that's about on par with where I should be. It did just start raining while I was in there. They upped our snow forecast from 1 to 4. The snow forecast went from 3 to 7 to 1 to 4, and this morning it's 4 to 8, and they moved the snowfall line further south. So now we're pretty much guaranteed to get 4 to 8 inches. But I came into work, it was 55 degrees this morning. It's probably somewhere around 40 right now. It cooled off pretty quick. But so my next stop is about 15 to 20 minutes away. But I discovered when I was in there that I am all out of printer paper. And I usually have an extra roll, but I haven't worked pretty much all week. So the guy who was covering my route for me did not have an extra roll in the bag. So I have to run back to the warehouse and grab an extra roll of printer paper. So I'm gonna go do that now. It's probably gonna send me back about half hour, which is unfortunate, but my fault. I didn't double check. I just went, and I've never not had an extra roll in there before. This is the first time. So like I said, it's gonna send me back probably about half hour, but I'm not doing terrible for time. So I will come back with you as soon as I get my paper. Peace out. Okay guys, we're gonna do it this way. I don't have a phone mount in the truck, and I'm technically not supposed to use my phone while I'm driving a company vehicle. So this is probably the best thing I can do. So I was gonna keep my eyes on the road while still talking to you guys. Hopefully you can hear me over the engine noise. It is a diesel engine, so it's really loud. So I got 3 rolls of paper for my printer, 1 for my printer, 1 for my bag, and then I'm going to keep an extra roll in the truck just in case that should ever happen again. I don't anticipate it. So from here I have 2 options. I can go to my second stop, which is over the bridge in Galena, Illinois, or I can go to my 3rd stop, which is back here in town. Really, it doesn't matter. Time-wise, I'm doing pretty good, but at this point, if I go to my second stop and then go to my 3rd stop, I may not be back to my 3rd stop until after 10. I'm fortunate enough on Friday and Saturday that I have a merchandiser that works with me. So the merchandiser meets me at my 3rd stop on Friday and Saturday. So usually he meets me between 9:30 and 10. It allows me to basically just drop the carts and get checked in, and then I can go, and then he can just run all the product over. So that's phenomenal. It saves me a lot of time, but I don't like to keep him waiting because he's got other stops he's got to hit too. Merchandisers run routes just like sales reps do, and his route, he's got several stores. The Hy-Vee I was just at as my 1st stop is one of his stops today. So obviously I want him to be able to service his other accounts. I don't really want to hold him up. Working with me, he is my 1st stop of the day. And it's designed so that he meets me at that store whatever it is I get there. So I usually, when I am leaving Galena, I'll usually text him and be like, hey, I'm heading to Eagle now. I'll be there in 30 minutes. And by the time I get there, he's there waiting for me. So it's almost 8. I wouldn't be to Galena until probably 8:15. That would give me about an hour and 15 minutes to work 2 carts out. I think I'm going to go to my 3rd stop now and drop my merchandise, and then run out to Walmart. But let's recap Hy-Vee quick. So Hy-Vee is kind of weird. Like I said, it's the biggest of the 3 in town, but they have the smallest amount of space in their back room. One of the things that they asked me when I first took over the route
was what my plans was for backstock. How much backstock am I planning on having on any given day, etc., etc. So I told them that my plan during the week, and this is like Monday through Thursday, or Monday through Friday even, Monday through Thursday really, was to have 4 carts of backstock. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 or 8, depending on what's on ad. So when I got down there this morning, I actually violated my own rule because I had 5 carts down there yesterday. Yesterday was, oh no, I didn't violate my rule because it was Friday. Today's Saturday. So I had 5 carts down there, and I was out of those 5 carts. 2 of them were carts of items that are on sale. So they like to have backstock of items that are on sale. So my merchandisers, because I have 2 merchandisers that hit it, so my merchandisers can fill the shelf, and the store staff also fills the shelf. So that way they have easy access to the product on sale. They don't want to run out. And I don't want them to run out because then they'll call me. And they don't like to have a whole lot of the extra crap that they're not going to sell. So the last guy always had, even during the middle of the week, he had 7 or 8 carts down there. So I had 5 when I went there this morning. I left with when I left today, I had only 4. They were slow. They didn't sell a lot. That's really unfortunate. Actually, I think I had 5. I think I had 6 this morning, 5 when I left. Like I said, they didn't sell a lot, which is extremely unfortunate. They had a pretty slow day yesterday. The weather today is not going to help, but I felt like going in there, I was probably a little light on the order, and then when I got the shelves all stocked, I actually felt like I was heavy. I brought too much in. But it'll sell because, like I said, it's a busy store. I will drop the before and after pictures in here, somewhere in here, so you guys can kind of see what it looked like before and after. I didn't even take pictures of all my displays. I only took a picture of one end cap and then my main aisle. I have another end cap. I have all the registers have my product on them as well. And then I have a couple other impulse racks. And then in addition to that, I have our organic health food line in their health market section, which I didn't take a picture of either. So I'm not going to take any pictures of this account that we're going to. The reason is because I'm not even going to do an order today. I don't stock this. I don't stock the shelves myself on Friday or Saturday. Generally, I have my merchandiser do it for me. I will go in there tomorrow and run backstock, but we do not deliver to this account on Sunday. They don't accept deliveries on Sunday. So that saves me time Saturday with loading at the end of the day. It also saves me time on Sunday because I don't have to drop anything off. I do go there and I run the backstock and make an order for Monday. I used to go in there on Saturday and make an order for Monday, but it's really hard to predict it sometimes. This store is in a lower income area, and they are very reliant on food stamps. So nothing wrong with that. It's just that that's the clientele that they service the most. Their prices are a little bit higher as a result. It's a nice little store. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just that beginning of the month they're really busy, and the end of the month they're not busy at all. So we're getting down to the end of the month right now, so it's really hard to predict on a Saturday what they're going to sell, Saturday, Sunday, and then to have enough to get their Monday as well. It's difficult to figure out sometimes. So I tried it one week. I think I did okay, but last week with Easter, and they had short hours on Easter, I didn't even want to try. So I'm going to do the same thing this week, where I'm going to go in on Sunday, and I'll run all the back stock and place an order on Sunday for Monday morning. So Having said that, I'm just about there. And then we will have a more in-depth discussion on the way to Walmart, because that's a little bit of a longer trek. So I will be right back with you guys. Alright guys, I am back. That store took me a little bit longer than I anticipated. And they were busier than I thought they'd be. So not bringing enough in there today, but I'm going to deliver there tomorrow. It's hard to know what it's going to do with the weather. Might be okay. I did get an order for Monday, so I don't have to go in there tomorrow. Might still swing by, just kind of see what time allows. So now I got to go to Walmart in Galena, and that's 15 to 20 minute drive. So we got some time to talk. I was going to talk about a bunch of stuff. Yeah, there's a train down there. So I get a lot of questions, and I posted a channel update a while back about how my channel was going to change now that I was working a different job. And the questions I get asked the most, I get asked, sorry, I didn't realize this moved. I get asked a lot about whether or not the job is hard. And the answer to that question is not really. The job really is not difficult. Sometimes figuring out the inventory levels can be frustrating. Figuring out whether or not you have enough product in a store can be frustrating. When you have an account like I do with Hy-Vee, that can be frustrating because they're so demanding. But Hy-Vee is currently up 13% versus last year, and last year they were up pretty big, is my understanding. I wasn't on the route last year, but the store that I just left is up 4%, and that was down last week. So I've shoved a bunch of sales into there over the last week or so. So that's good. So Frito-Lay in general wants you to grow your routes every year by 3%. So generally, whatever you hit, they want you to increase it by 3% the next year. So, and yet also have to keep in mind though that whatever you run the current year, they're going to use that for your budgets next year. So if I run all my accounts at 15% growth, then I have to hit that 15 plus another 3 next year. So that can be frustrating as well. But back to my original point of whether or not the job is hard. It's not. I get a lot of questions about whether females can do it. The simple answer to that question is yes. It is a little bit of a more physically demanding job. I'm not saying anything one way or the other about females. I'm just saying in general, it's more physically demanding than a standard job would be. There's a lot of lifting. There's a lot of lifting stuff over your head. There's a lot of, especially if you're in the mid, depending on what kind of route you're on, there's moving carts. You got to move carts around. My route, there's carts to pull. Those can get heavy if there's a lot of stuff on them. Dips and things like that. The traditional routes, you generally have to, you have a two-wheeler, even a two-wheel cart that has an extended thing on it, a stack of boxes, right? But you have to get that off the truck. So you either have to slide it down without product on it or slide it down with product on it. But either way, you have to get it off the truck somehow. Those can be kind of heavy and tricky to get off the truck. So there's a lot of things that go into it. The job itself is really not that difficult. So, but like I said, it's the ordering, and if you're on a route, a bin route like I am, if you work out of a bin, you have to order all your own inventory, and that can get frustrating because you don't always necessarily know what the appropriate amount of inventory is. So that can be hard as well, and that was something that I had to figure out. I'm still kind of in the process of learning it, what the per month inventory is. But the first thing I did when I took over the route was I cut back all my orders, because there was a lot of stuff in that bin that wasn't necessarily needed. So I basically kind of dwindled the orders down. I basically halved all the orders. Whatever the guy before me was ordering, I cut it in half until I cleaned everything out. I've since turned it back up. I'm increasing what I'm ordering now, specifically because I'm realizing that he had that much inventory for a reason. But it's possible for me to have that much inventory without having all the unnecessary crap. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So another question that we commonly get asked is, what are the hours like? And so, like I told you guys at the beginning of the video, I started this morning at 3, right? Or I don't remember what time I actually started shooting the video, but I got to my first stop at 3:15. Okay, that's typical for my route, and that's because I get down there at 3:15. I can't check in till 5, so it gives me essentially 2 hours to work all the back stock and get the truck unloaded. Okay, so I usually go in there and I run the back stock, and then I'll come back after I get done running the back stock. By the time I get done running the back stock, I got 15 to 20 minutes usually before they start checking in. So that's just enough time for me to go get in the truck, back it up to the dock, and bring in the new stuff. I usually, for at least my Hy-Vee, on the weekends especially, I usually have a cart or 2 on the truck of just the ad items, just in case I need it. We literally call it just in case. It's just in case stock, or safety stock, some people call it. So that's just like Hy-Vee this week has Doritos on sale at $1.99. Okay, that's a good price, but they usually run about $1.88. So they're not selling as well at $1.99, and I think the weather is kind of playing a role too. The Eagle that I was just at, they're running Doritos on sale this week for $1.88, and they're not selling at all. So, and that's a product of their location and the clientele that they serve. Again, you know, it's a different clientele. Being in downtown Dubuque, you know, it's a different clientele than the clientele that shops at the Hy-Vee or the shops at the Walmart, you know, for example. So, so the hours vary, and it really depends on the route that you're on. So, generally speaking, your first stop. So, what time people start really depends on how quickly or how early they can get into that first stop, and where that first stop is in relation to the warehouse. So, for instance, I am the second earliest route. Okay, my route, I usually try to leave the warehouse at 2:45. There's another guy that also leaves at 2:45. That water level, that river's really high. So he leaves at 2:45 as well. His first stop is almost half hour away. Okay, I rode with him one day. I don't remember what time he gets into his first account, but he leaves at 2:45. So he's generally to his first stop by about 3:15, which is about the same for me. So I think the latest route that we have, he goes out at 4:45. That's the guy I trained with. So he's the last route to leave. It's 2:45. So or 4:45. So it varies anywhere between 2 and 4:45. Now I went out of town to run a route in Rockford for a few days, and the first day, the day they called me to come down and run the route, I got there, I think it's 7:30 or 8, and there were guys that were just getting to the warehouse to load their truck for the day. So a lot of it depends on where you are. It depends on, again, how soon you can get in. An account like mine with Hy-Vee, I want to get in and get out as early as I possibly can. So all my accounts, they're all easy to get into earlier in the day. Eagle really doesn't matter because Eagle's pretty slow. But like the Hy-Vee, I want to be out of there by 7:30, 8 o'clock, or it's going to get super busy. The Walmart, I like to get into Walmart early because it's Walmart. Walmarts get busy, and it's a smaller footprint Walmart. And you guys will see when I take my picture when I get there. It's a smaller footprint Walmart, and the aisles are smaller. So, yeah. And then also that goes into the typical hours. It depends again on what type of warehouse you're operating. Okay, in my case, I'm out of a bin. So that means I have to load my truck by myself every single day. So I will go out in the morning, I will do my route, and when I get done with my route, I go back to the warehouse. I have to take out all the carts that I pulled out. In this case, like for instance at Hy-Vee, I brought 2 carts in, I took 3 carts out. So I got to pull those 3 carts out of the truck, and I can use them to load for the next day. Okay. We also Frito-Lay recycles all their cardboard boxes. So I got to take those out of the truck, and then we have to sort them by color, and we have to bail them. So that takes time. So you think when you get through your route, you're like, oh good, I'm done. You're not. In a situation like mine, when you work out of the bin, you're not done. You probably, when you get back to the bin, you probably still have 2.5, 3 hours of work left. It really depends on, and it really depends on what kind of warehouse you operate on. So in that instance, in a distribution center, you get through your route, you're done. Okay, but they had more stops on to compensate for you not having to load your truck. Okay, so you don't have to load the truck, you don't have to build orders, you don't have to do any of that because they do that all for you. They don't take cardboard out, they do all that for you. You literally just go back to the warehouse, you park your truck, and then the warehouse staff goes truck by truck, pulls every truck into the dock, takes care of it, empties it out, loads it, and then goes back and parks it back in the spot. So when the salesman comes in the next day, guess what? This truck, he jumps in the truck and he's ready to go. He's got to trust that the warehouse staff did their jobs correctly. Which you're putting a lot of trust in the warehouse staff, but it is what it is. In a PEC center, is very similar to a bin in the fact that I think some of them are staffed, most of them aren't, but the inventory in the warehouse is shared amongst everybody. So that's a little bit of a different situation there as well. So I'm trying to watch the deer. There's a lot of deer out here. We're fishing in Illinois, by the way, in case you're wondering. That's a typical day. I mean, that's, so usually like I'll start at 2:45 in the morning at the warehouse, and I won't get home. Some days I'm not home till 4 o'clock. Does that suck? Yes. Some days, Friday and Saturday, I'm done at 12:30, 1 o'clock. It just really depends. And again, having a guy who goes to my last stop for me, it's starting to change over to snow. Goes to my last stop for me and does all the stocking for me. Really saves me a lot of time because I don't have to go there. I don't have to go in there. I just have to go in there and check it in and I can leave. So it saves me a whole lot of time. Probably, if you figure that every stop takes you an hour and a half to 2 hours, the fact that I have somebody who goes in there and takes care of that store for me, it saves me about 2 hours. Now, realistically, that store probably wouldn't take me 2 hours, but now I can go to Walmart and I don't have to still rush to Walmart. So, I got a lot of area to cover at Walmart. So, yeah, I guess. So, every route is built for 50 hours a week. The expectation is that the route will take you 50 hours to get there. I have not yet mastered that. I am still up around 60 hours a week. I've been on this route for about 6 weeks. So I'm still kind of trying to master it. I've had some weeks where I'm out in 58 hours. Most weeks I'm around 62 or 63. So, but that's because I do a lot of extra stuff, and some of the days get long. But a lot of that, I do that to myself sometimes. Some guys get through the route in 42 or 43, but they have a little bit different routes and different situations. The guy who runs the other bulk route, he works about 44 a week, but he gets help in every one of his stops. They actually give him somebody to help him. They don't give me anybody to help me except at one of my stops twice a week. So I'm pretty much on my own. So I don't get any help at the warehouse, and that's what takes me the longest. So 50 hours is the expectation. We do get paid overtime. It's a little bit complicated. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but so that's kind of how that goes. I get asked those two questions a lot. So let's talk about Walmart. So I'm going to Walmart right now, and Walmart, as I said earlier in the earlier part of this video, Walmart is Frito-Lay's largest customer. And it's not even close. Like they're largest by a long shot. Number 2 isn't even anywhere close. So Walmart gives Frito-Lay access to all their sales info. So what that means is when I go into Walmart and I do an order for delivery tomorrow, right? Our computer system knows exactly how many bags of each chip Walmart sold yesterday. So anytime we do an order, we get an estimated sell through. The handheld tells us what they think we will sell based on, I think, like 12 weeks of rolling sales data. But that's like an average of what we sell into them is how that works. At Walmart, our system knows exactly how many bags. So how many bags of 349 regular Lays are we going to sell? Our system knows exactly how many bags Walmart sold of that yesterday. The exact number. Whereas at Hy-Vee, it doesn't know that. It just knows that, over the course of the last 12 weeks, I'm averaging 2 cases a day. Like it knows that based on what I sell in over the last 12 weeks. Walmart knows I'm going to sell exactly 24 bags over the course of the next 2 days. So that's actually really easy to order because all I have to do is I have to scan what's in backstock, and then I have to scan any holes in the aisle that I maybe bring the product in, or I'm out, or we sold through it, and for whatever reason it's out or it's low. But what that does is that tells the system, okay, I need to make sure I put this on the order. Okay? But it's perfectly plausible and very, very likely that when you go to print the order for Walmart to assemble for the next day, there's going to be stuff on that list that you didn't scan. Because Walmart knows it has this many bags in the system, okay? That it can fit this many bags on the shelf, it has this many bags in the store, and it's going to sell this many. So, it knows, okay, let's look at 429 regular ruffle, right? There's 12 in a case, okay? And I can fit, between the 2 displays I have, I can fit about 18 bags out. So, a case and a half. Okay, it knows that I can get a case and a half out, and if I'm going to sell, 3 cases tomorrow, or I'm going to sell 3 cases in the next 2 days, and I have half a case of backstock, it's going to have me bring 2 cases out. So I don't have to scan it. Like, I could be completely full, and it will still ask me to bring some in the next day, because it knows that I'm going to sell it. So that actually makes Walmart's really easy. And every Walmart across the country is like that. Like, I have a small footprint Walmart. So my Walmart, it's a super center, but it's a condensed version of a super center. I believe at the Dubuque Walmart, he's got 84 feet. 84 feet of chips. That's a lot of chips. 84 feet's a lot. I think I have 42, maybe even half of that. So I don't have half of 42, but I either have 32 or, actually that wouldn't make sense. 72, 84. Half of 84 would be 42 feet. Yeah, that's correct. But then it wouldn't be 32, it would be 30. No, I believe I have 32. I think I have 32 feet. So, and I have 32. I think he has 72 at the big store. So that's the big difference, right? He's got 72 feet. I've got 32 feet. So they sell a lot. You know, every day I'm bringing in 2 carts. You know, they go through their product. It's just they have a lot less space. So, but anyways, guys, I actually just got in here. Just got to Walmart. It took me about 20 minutes. So I'm at Walmart right now, and I'll go in there. I'll do before and after pictures as well, and then I'll come back and we'll have a quick wrap-up chat. I don't know if I'm going to show anything in relation to loading the truck at all. I'm not sure. That's kind of, I feel like that's a gray area. I don't know if I want to show it or not. So I will come back with you guys as soon as I'm done here. I do have 2 carts going in here. Should only take me about an hour, but might be an hour and a half. I don't know. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to push it. So I get it done when I get it done. I've already gone to my 3rd stop for the day, so I don't have to worry about that. I texted the guy and told him all the stuff's there. And we're good to go. So yeah, I will catch back up with you guys in a little while. Peace. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. Look at this shit. This is stupid. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back. As you saw by that previous clip, it is snowing like crazy. It was raining when I went in there, and it was snowing when I came out. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun. So now I'm going to start the trek back to Dubuque, 15 to 20 minutes. Not sure what the roads are like. I mentioned earlier that there was a campground right next to the store. And that's significant because the camping season at that campground begins with the Boy Scouts camp out there. And that's kind of the start of their season. Well, the Boy Scouts are there right now as we speak, and it is snowing like freaking crazy. However, I did sell some product. Walmart did look pretty messy. I got her all cleaned up, so you guys will see that before and after picture somewhere here. So got her all cleaned up. She looks good. I don't really have much backstock in there, which isn't really, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go in there tomorrow, and it's gonna be a crazy busy day. I'm gonna have a lot of work to do in there tomorrow probably, but it's okay because I got one last stop. Yeah, before and after. That one took longer than I wanted it to. I think that one took me, what was that, about 2 hours, maybe an hour 45. And the issue was, there was nobody there to answer the door when I got there. And I hate going to Walmart because they're changing their whole system. So they have the system in place. They have receiving people who are always in receiving to answer the door 7 days a week, right? Well, it's only me and one other vendor that come in on Saturday. So they literally they staff somebody back there just to answer the door for me. And she's only there like every third, I think she works 3 out of 4 Saturdays. Today happened to be her day off, but the other receiving person was in today. So that was good. But I hate going there Saturday when there's nobody back there, because then the manager answers the door, and most of the time they don't even answer. So I have to walk around to the front and walk in. And then I have to wait for a manager to come check me in, and they don't even know how to do it half the time. So that's frustrating. But today, I was done literally 10 or 15 minutes after the receiving lady went on lunch. So I had to wait to leave for a manager to come back and unlock the door for me. And if I didn't have to load anything in my truck, I would have just left. I would have gone out the front and walked around. But, and they made me get off the dock because they were expecting Walmart trucks today, which, generally speaking, I don't have to get off the dock on Saturday, but I did today, which was really unfortunate. But, yeah, I probably had to wait 15 or 20 minutes for a manager to come back to let me out. And then when I left to go get in the truck, back it onto the dock, and they locked the door. The person who, the grocery manager actually, or the grocery manager, department manager, she locked the door right after I left, and then forgot, because she forgot when she locked it, that I had to come back in. So she immediately called a manager, and I went up to the door to come back in to load the truck, and it was locked. So I rang the buzzer, and she's like, yeah, I already called him. I had to wait outside like another 5 or 10 minutes. So I could have walked around and gotten loaded much quicker. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. On another note, we're getting 8 inches of snow today, and they got a huge plat delivery. So that's exciting. But other than that, it was pretty good. It looked pretty good when I left. I spent a little bit more time in there on Sunday. I usually hit the registers, and, you know, I got an end cap, and then I got 2 aisle displays, and then I got all the registers have product on it. So like, there's a lot of space to hit in there. I only took pictures of the main aisle. So it was really busy, and it got busier the longer I was in there. So it's going to be a busy day in there, I think. So that's to make tomorrow a little bit more difficult. So we shall see what happens, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to go back to the warehouse, and I don't know. I'm not really sure at this point if I am going to be able to record any of that. I don't know if Frito-Lay necessarily wants customers to know how their chips are stored. It's not bad. I just don't know if they are open to the general public kind of knowing our system. So, yeah. So I will probably come back at you when I'm done with that. It is about 11:15 right now. I should be back at the warehouse probably around 11:40-ish, maybe 11:45, and then proceed to load from there. I only have to load 2 orders because I don't have my 3rd stop tomorrow. So that makes loading go quicker. I should be able to load the truck in about an hour or so today because I don't have that extra stop. So I'll get back with you probably when my day's over here, and then we'll kind of do a quick recap. So yeah, I will see you guys shortly. I may show you a pictured. I may give you a picture of what the truck looks like when it's all full, ready to go for the next day. I may even give you a picture of my van. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to record anything though. So that's that. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Peace out. Alright guys, so first and foremost, there's my car sitting out there. You can see it's covered in snow. The snow is still coming down, as you can see, and it is sticking to the grass. It is not sticking to the pavement, which is why there are no plows or anything out. I knew that would be, the pavement's too warm after the string of warm days we've had. Second of all, guys, I just wanted to show you this. This is the finished product. I'm going to drop a picture of the starting product, what the truck looked like when I got back. So it's got empty carts in there, it's got cardboard, things like that. So when I do get back, I do have to put the cardboard away, and this is what I'm talking about here. We have to sort it out by color. So everything's sorted by color there, and then once it gets to the top, we have to strap it. This one's empty because I strapped that one. And we haven't had any of that's a brown color. We haven't had any since. So that gets strapped, and then it gets put down in one of the bins where it gets picked up by our truck driver twice a week when he comes. There's red and gray. And that one there is the call, so anything that damaged boxes or whatever. So, but anyways, guys, I am going to go finish my paperwork. I'm all done loading. I can finally go home. It's about 2:15. So 2:45 to 2, that's almost 12 hours. So that's actually not bad, all things considered. I got back, I think, about 11:30, so it took me 3 hours to load. And a lot of that's because I lollygag a little bit. I don't get right on the loading. But yeah, I will check back with you guys in the car to do a final wrap-up. Well, hello there, guys. One last time. I just wanted to finish up, kind of shut off the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is something different. I just kind of thought it would be fun for you guys to see what I do day to day. It's going to get really loud because I'm right up against a printer and it's printing right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below. Kind of a long day. It has been. I'm still relatively new. I'm still learning. So it takes me a little bit longer to get through the day than it probably should. Truth be told, I can get through the route relatively quickly, but then it's all the post stuff, the loading the truck, getting everything ready for the next day. Usually at the end of the day in the wintertime, I have to plug the truck in. I decided not to do that because I don't think it's going to get that cold tonight. I don't see it being an issue starting. If it is, it's on me. It's my fault. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. So, just so that you guys know, this is the timesheet that I have to send in every single week that details my time. It tells the DOT hours that I worked, and it has all the time that I worked, even if I claim my rideshare time. It's on here. And tells me straight out how many hours I drove in the Frito-Lay vehicle and how many hours I was on the clock, how many hours off I had, so on and so forth. So, for instance, Easter Sunday, 16 hours and 23 minutes. Technically, that's against the rules because that's more than 14, but I took a break. This doesn't make sense. It says I worked 14 and a half hours, then took a 2.5 hour break, and then worked another hour 45. I didn't realize, oh yeah, that the actual hours compensated was 13:45. So, yeah, so it just kind of keeps track of everything. That gets sent in along with post-trip vehicle condition report that I have to do every day in my vehicle. This kind of tells you if anything's wrong with the vehicle. If it is, did it get fixed, blah, blah, blah. This gets sent in every week to the office, and they keep them on file. So that's my last step I do before I go home for the week. So Saturday, obviously, be the end of the week. So, and then I just plug my handheld computer in. We're good to go for the day, for the week, and the day, whatever. I'll be back tomorrow. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, like I said. And if you have any questions, let me know. Pretty open book. Try to show you as much as I could without getting myself in trouble. I think there were a few things that I showed that were probably borderline. So try to keep it on the DL so that it doesn't raise any flags anywhere. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Peace out.